Welcome to our exploration of the UK's unique constitutional system. Unlike many countries, the UK does not have a single written document outlining its constitution. Instead, it is a complex blend of statutes, conventions, and legal precedents. This video will guide you through its history, principles, and current relevance. Join us as we unravel the intricacies of the UK's constitution. In 1215, the Magna Carta laid the groundwork for what would become the UK's constitutional framework. This document, forced upon King John by his barons, established the principle that the monarch's power was not absolute. It introduced ideas of legal rights and limitations on power, which resonate to this day. The Magna Carta is often considered the cornerstone of English liberties. Its influence extends far beyond its time, shaping constitutional thought across the globe. Unlike nations with written constitutions, the UK system evolved over centuries without a single founding document. This evolution reflects the country's political stability and gradual adaptation to change. Instead of a codified constitution, the UK relies on an accumulation of laws, conventions, and judicial decisions. This uncodified nature allows for flexibility and adaptation. It also presents unique challenges in defining the Constitution's current state.
Parliamentary sovereignty is the cornerstone of the UK's constitutional framework. It grants Parliament the ultimate law-making power, unrestricted by any other body. This principle means no Parliament can bind a future one, ensuring legislative flexibility. However, this sovereignty is increasingly questioned by referendums and international laws. Understanding parliamentary sovereignty is key to grasping the UK's constitutional dynamics.
The phrase, "what the Queen in Parliament enacts is law," encapsulates the UK's constitutional essence. The Crown's role is mostly ceremonial, yet it symbolizes the unity and continuity of the state. Laws are enacted in the name of the Crown, but real power resides with Parliament. This unique relationship underscores the UK's blend of tradition and modern governance. It highlights the ceremonial role of the monarchy in a parliamentary democracy. What is the rule of law? The rule of law holds that everyone, including the government, must abide by the law, safeguarding justice and fairness. The rule of law is a fundamental principle ensuring that everyone, including the government, is subject to the law. It provides a framework for justice and fairness, protecting individual rights against arbitrary power. This principle works alongside parliamentary sovereignty to maintain balance within the Constitution. It ensures that laws are applied equally and fairly. The rule of law is essential for upholding democratic values and accountability. The UK's constitution separates government powers into executive, legislative, and judicial branches. This separation ensures no single entity holds absolute power, promoting checks and balances. The executive is drawn from Parliament, creating a unique fusion of powers. This system prevents the concentration of power and promotes accountability. It is a crucial aspect of the UK's constitutional framework, ensuring democratic governance.
The UK operates as a unitary state, where ultimate power resides with the central government. The Westminster Parliament holds sovereign authority, centralizing decision-making. This structure contrasts with federal systems, where power is distributed across regions. The unitary state model allows for uniformity in law and policy across the UK. It reflects the historical centralization of power in Westminster.
Conventions play a vital role in the UK's constitutional framework. These unwritten rules guide political conduct and fill gaps not covered by law. They ensure smooth functioning of government and uphold democratic principles. Conventions adapt to changing political landscapes, providing flexibility. Despite their importance, conventions are not legally enforceable, relying on political consensus and tradition.
The House of Commons is the primary legislative body in the UK, representing the electorate. Members of Parliament debate and pass laws, holding the government accountable. The Commons is central to the UK's democratic process, reflecting the will of the people. It operates under traditions and conventions that shape its proceedings. The House of Commons embodies the democratic spirit of the UK.
The House of Lords complements the Commons, providing expertise and revising legislation. It is a mix of appointed and hereditary members, reflecting tradition and modernity. Recent reforms have reduced hereditary peers, increasing democratic legitimacy. The Lords play a crucial role in scrutinizing legislation and holding the government to account. This chamber balances tradition with the need for reform. The Prime Minister leads the UK government, setting policy and representing the nation. As head of the executive, the Prime Minister is drawn from the House of Commons. This position holds significant power, influencing domestic and international affairs. The Prime Minister's authority is balanced by parliamentary scrutiny and public accountability. This role is pivotal in shaping the UK's political landscape.
The judiciary interprets and applies the law, ensuring justice and legal consistency. Judges operate independently, free from political influence, upholding the rule of law. Judicial decisions shape common law, contributing to the UK's constitutional development. The judiciary acts as a check on governmental power, protecting individual rights. This independence is crucial for maintaining public confidence in the legal system.
The UK's EU membership significantly influenced its constitutional framework. European law often took precedence over national statutes, affecting sovereignty. The Factortame case highlighted this, where EU law overruled UK legislation. Despite this influence, the UK retained the power to leave the EU, as seen with Brexit. The interplay between EU and UK law shaped constitutional debates and reforms.
The Human Rights Act, 1998, incorporated European human rights into UK law. It ensures protection of fundamental rights and freedoms, influencing legal and political spheres. This act allows UK courts to hear human rights cases, enhancing domestic legal remedies. It reflects the UK's commitment to upholding international human rights standards. The Human Rights Act remains a cornerstone of the UK's constitutional framework.
What is devolution? Devolution transferred powers from Westminster to Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Devolution shifted authority from Westminster to the regions of Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, addressing their calls for autonomy. This process aimed to address regional demands for autonomy and representation. Devolved governments manage areas like health, education, and transport, while power is shared. The Westminster Parliament retains ultimate sovereignty. Devolution reflects the UK's evolving constitutional landscape and regional diversity. An uncodified constitution presents challenges in clarity and interpretation. Its flexibility allows for adaptation but can lead to ambiguity and inconsistency. Recent reforms have tested the limits of this flexibility, sparking debates on codification. The lack of a single document complicates understanding and teaching of the Constitution. These challenges highlight the ongoing evolution of the UK's constitutional framework.
The idea of codifying the UK Constitution sparks significant debate. Proponents argue it would provide clarity and stability, reducing ambiguity. Opponents fear it could limit flexibility and hinder democratic adaptation. The debate reflects broader questions about the balance between tradition and reform. Codification remains a contentious issue in the UK's constitutional discourse.
Constitutional authorities guide interpretation and application of the UK's constitution. These experts provide clarity on complex constitutional matters. Their works like Bagehot's Indices are foundational texts in constitutional studies. Constitutional authorities offer insights into the unwritten rules and principles. They play a crucial role in understanding and navigating the UK's constitutional landscape.
Treaties and international law influence the UK's constitutional framework. They establish obligations and rights beyond domestic legislation. The UK engages with international bodies, shaping its legal and political landscape. International law interacts with national sovereignty, impacting policy and governance. Understanding these dynamics is essential for comprehending the UK's global constitutional role.
The UK's constitution is renowned for its flexibility and adaptability. This characteristic allows it to evolve with changing political and social contexts. Flexibility enables swift responses to new challenges and opportunities. However, it also raises questions about consistency and stability. The balance between flexibility and rigidity is a defining feature of the UK's constitutional identity. Correct. Recent constitutional reforms have reshaped the UK's political landscape. Changes like the Human Rights Act and devolution altered the balance of power. These reforms reflect efforts to modernize and democratize the constitution. They highlight the ongoing evolution and adaptation of the UK's governance. Understanding these reforms is crucial for grasping the current constitutional dynamics.
The future of the UK's constitution is a topic of ongoing discussion and speculation. As political landscapes shift, the constitution may continue to evolve. Debates on codification, sovereignty, and reform shape its trajectory. The UK's constitutional future will reflect broader societal changes and challenges. Engaging with these discussions is vital for understanding the direction of UK governance. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the UK's constitutional landscape. We hope this exploration has provided valuable insights into its history and principles. Stay informed and engaged as the UK's constitutional story continues to unfold.